Yo, what's up, guys? I'm gonna do a trading recap on my trades that I took today. I took 3 trades. Actually, they all turned out pretty good, so thank the Lord for that. So my first trade was on ASTS. It was on my pre-market gapper scanner. I want to say it was the number one gapper in the morning. I'm not sure why. I don't remember. All I know was doing a crazy amount of volume compared to its usual amount of volume, which sparked my interest. So as you can see in the pre-market, this gray area. Also, a quick side note: pre-market is from 4 to 6:30 a.m. So essentially, it's 2.5 hours is the pre-market. I don't trade the pre-market for various reasons. I just feel comfortable trading, the actual open. There's tons of opportunity at the actual open. So yeah. So you can see these two blue lines. This first blue line is the first level of resistance at 1360, and the second level of resistance is at 1380. Resistance meaning the price hit, meaning resistance meaning the price got as high as the stock got that high and basically failed to break higher and essentially just broke down. So as you can see, the price hit 1380, fell to break higher and just sold off. And then it happened again here. It hit 1360 and fell to break higher and just sold off. So knowing that, going into the open, knowing that, I waited for the first candle to form. I usually don't take a trade on the first candle because it's extremely volatile and risky, unless it's a super bullish candle and there's there's a really good catalyst to support that stock. Then I might take the trade on the first candle, but I usually try and stay away from the first candle. So as you can see, why did it bring it down? So, oh my god. So as you can see, it opened at $13. Sellers pushed it down at 12.70. So sellers pushed it down 30 cents, which is actually a plus, because 30 cents is really, it's nothing, especially with the amount of volume this stock was doing. And as you can see, buyers came up, bought the price, and it actually closed at 13.18. So it actually closed this candle actually closed 18 cents higher than when it opened. And then if you notice this long line right here, this is called a wick. This wick is to the downside. It's not to the upside, it's to the downside. So this indicates that yes, sellers had control and pushed the prices lower, but eventually buyers came in, built support off this 1270 level and pushed the prices higher. And eventually the price ended up closing higher than what it actually opened, which is pretty bullish. So then the second candle formed, and it opened essentially where the previous candle closed. Sellers pushed it down about 20 cents to $13. So essentially they pushed it down to where the previous candle opened. Buyers came in, it held the 13 level, and it crossed my 20-day moving average and my 9-day moving average, which is also extremely bullish. So not only do I have two downside wicks indicating buying pressure, with really good volume to support the move, but the candle also crossed across my 2 moving average, and then it crossed my VWAP. My VWAP is this yellow line, volume weighted average price. So as soon as I seen, that it had crossed the three moving averages, I jumped in at 1335. And I was pretty confident it would break the first level of resistance. Just seeing these two hammer candles and seeing that it broke past the 9 to 20 in the VWAP, and then also surging volume. So it did, and then as it was approaching the second level of resistance, the more significant level of resistance, I sold, because the last thing I wanted to happen to me was it hit this significant level of resistance and I was still holding the bag and price just tanked, as it did on the second candle. So I played it humble. I wasn't greedy, and I just sold all. I just took my profit here at 1380. and it did push higher. It actually pushed 20 cents higher to $14. But if you look at this next candle, this big red one, this engulfing bearish candle, essentially the price just gave back these last two candles. It opened at 14 and closed at about 13.25. So essentially this candle had gave this big engulfing bearish candle would have gave back all my profit if I was still holding it. But like I said, I saw this significant level of resistance was coming up, so I just took my profit there. I didn't want to take my chances. I entered with 300 shares, so that was 13.35 to 80. So what is that, a $45 gain, I think, on 300 shares? It gave me $126 of profit. Probably like 120 with commissions, which is not bad. If I mean, like, you have to take things into perspective. You have to realize that I essentially made $120 in 3 minutes, you know. So this was 6:33 in the morning when I sold. So I was up already $120 in 3 minutes. My second trade was on Bed Bath & Beyond. I think Bed Bath & Beyond was more like of a short squeeze. It has I have to look at my scanner. I have tons of stocks. Trying to see what's the short float, meaning what's the percentage of the stock that's being shorted. I think it's like 20% of its flow is shorted, meaning 20% of its entire shares are shorts. Basically means people are betting that Bed Bath & Beyond, you know, is gonna fail essentially. That's the whole point of a short. Shorts make money when prices go down. They're betting on the company, you know, not to exceed expectations and etc. etc. Yeah, I can't find it. So anyways, so as you can see on Bed Bath & Beyond, if you look at this gray area to my left, in the pre-market, it has a pretty significant level of resistance at $31.90 or $31.90, $32 level. You can see it hit it once, twice, three, four, five, six. It hit that $31.9, $32 level about 6 times and fell to break higher. So as you can see, the open, as you can see, this is a clear uptrend. Buyers are in full control. Shorts are basically scared to jump into this trade. Basically went from $30 all the way to $34.50, you know, in a matter of 15 minutes, which is huge move. So as soon as I saw it break its pre-market resistance of 32, I was like, oh yeah, this thing has to go up, literally. And on top of that, it's on top of my moving averages. It's well above the 20, well above the 9, and well above the VWAP. So that's also very bullish. And then if you look at the volume down here, volume's just slowly stepping higher and higher and higher. See this? It goes from 215,000 to 330 to 370 to 400. So that's also a big help, seeing these volume candles, you know, stair step their way higher. So essentially I got in on the break of 32. I got in at 32.05, sold at 32.35. So this was a 30-cent gain. Jumped back in, realizing I sold, you know, too early. Jumped in at 32.45, sold at 32.70. So I think that's another 30-cent gain. Jumped back in at 33.30 and sold at 33.60. So that was a 30-cent gain. So essentially I took 3 trades on Bed Bath & Beyond. All of them were about 30-cent gains on each trade, and that netted me $198. And then as you can see clearly, it continued to rise and just go higher. Look how high it went. That's crazy. It went from 30 all the way to $39. It gained $9 in like the first hour. Just massive volume. And then slowly but surely, if you look, it hit resistance up here at 39 and just sold all the way down. But I wasn't in any of that stuff, so it really doesn't matter. I was in it, to scalp it. I was in and out quick. So that's my second trade on Bed Bath and Beyond. And then my third trade was on Plug Power. This one, I think might have just jumped in on this one. Well, this one was a pre-market. This one was gapping up as well. I don't think it had really a catalyst. I think it just had a significant amount of volume. So I just jumped in, small share size. I think like 150 shares, maybe 200. I jumped in at 35.05 and I sold at 35.23. So like 18-cent gain, and that gave me $34. So yeah, I think on the day, I think I ended at like $300 after commissions. So I was net 300 after commissions. I plan on continuing to doing these trading videos. I honestly don't mind, helping people out, getting them started. But eventually that's going to come with time and patience. But yeah, if you guys can hit the like and the subscribe button, that'd be appreciated. The videos will continue to get, better, more in depth, more creative, better thumbnails, all that. These are all kind of just more or less rough drafts. Just kind of trying out the whole YouTube thing. I'm not really dependent on YouTube. I just figured, I'm 21. It's a new generation of retail traders out there. Fintech, financial technology like Cash App, Venmo, Trade Ideas, Robinhood, things like that have really changed the game. So I'm literally at the forefront, of this new generation of traders and investors into the stock market. I only think it's going to get bigger and bigger as we become more, of a technologically advanced society, more people working from home. I personally think day trading, these next 5-10 years is really just gonna, the community is really just gonna grow. The interest in it is gonna grow. I mean, it's already growing. I mean, there's YouTubers out there, day trading YouTubers out there, legit ones, good ones, that have 500,000, almost 1 million subscribers. And I personally think they're the main reason why day trading has really taken off. Obviously, they'll never receive the credit for that, but let's I guess we could say thank them. But anyways, I'll be back again with another video. And like I said, if you guys can hit the like and subscribe button, that'd be appreciated. Thank you.